I love your program because you guys bring the rock show. You bring instruments, guitars, piano, drums. I mean, the drums are awesome. That's awesome. I forget the other thing you guys bring. Oh, a bass guitar. But you can't have a band without the bass. You got to have your percussion. You guys are rock stars, man.
Their program is, as long as it gives everybody a chance to try, not to be afraid. It's in music, the camaraderie of how everybody comes together in that knit group. Whether you just pick up an instrument for the first time and just tap a drumstick on a drum, it makes you feel that you're a part of something. It's like Sarah said before. It's that bond. It's totally. It's really unexplainable. It's just the energy level and the passion that you see in other people and the smile that they put on their faces where they actually, hey, I actually play the drum, and nobody's going to laugh at you. They're not going to put you down or you idiot, you don't know what you're doing,
Well, experience of jamming for me is just allowing ourselves to just get happy, to just get happy and express ourselves in that way. And it feels so good. I mean, just, seeing the smiles, and sometimes there's even laughter, and while we're jamming too, And, other times, depending on, the beat, sometimes I'll just close my eyes and play my instrument, because I play bass guitar, I blew trumpet, trombone, and singing,
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy those things, It's like, it's a language, that I believe it's a gift to myself, and I think everyone pretty much has an opportunity to have the same gift, or they may have that gift, but may not know how to open up the package.
Well, our program affects people in different ways, but it always affects them in one way or another. And when we were doing a show or a program at the Honor Owner of Frederick County, Maryland, a gentleman came up to me at the very end of the program as we were putting things away and shutting it down. And he came up to me and he said to me, Sir, if I had not been using your drum set tonight, that I would be home using. He was talking about using drugs. And that's when it occurred to me that our instruments are indeed instruments of healing. That's probably one of the most inspirational lines I've ever heard about music. I mean, the song says in the song, American Pie, can music save your mortal soul? Well, there's an example of how music can save you from a lot of negative things in your life.
I think the musical aspect of what you do is an enormous benefit. Like we were talking about this guy I saw at the psych ward not long ago, who normally would have been drugging that night, he was drumming that night. We enticed him off the street, and Paul came in, and he absolutely adored it. And so that's what you do with what you do, and it's very powerful stuff.
Absolutely. I've noticed people come out of their shells. I've noticed people just smile and laugh who don't normally do so. And to say you improve people's, spirits and just people who self-esteem is a big thing. I think you've built a lot of people's self-esteem coming here. And I remember one guy singing American Pie, and we all just went along with it. And I just think his self-esteem was built by just being able to get up and sing by himself, and with a little bit of support.
I'm a dreamer. You may say I'm a dreamer, baby, but I'm not the only one. And I hope someday you join us, and the world will be as one.
Instruments of Healing got started because we were getting wellness ourselves through music and through healing. We found that the power of music was part of our lives. And we wanted to share that joy and the healing that we were getting with others. So basically what we were doing was Andy at the time was playing piano and getting a lot of joy through playing piano, and decided he wanted to share that with others. So he was going to mental health settings and doing sing-alongs with people. But what we were finding is when he was going to these mental health settings, people were saying to him, "Man, I really want to jam with you, but I don't have my bass," or "I hacked my drums for money and I don't have them anymore." So, people were not having the instruments that they loved and enjoyed to play, and it was really breaking our hearts. So basically we said, we need to get these people some instruments. We need to find a way to make this happen and to have them experience musical healing and have them experience music through their heart and soul the way they deserve to be experienced.
Borracho y loco, y mi corazón idiota siempre brillará. Y yo te amaré por siempre. Pero no te peines en la cama, que los viajantes se van a atravesar.
Inside me, it makes me more relaxed, more thankful to God that God gave me what He has given me in front of you, to give you some examples that don't be afraid to share your true gift. And I'm happy that I get the opportunity to share this gift. And I'm happy myself for playing. I like to play. And I shock myself every time I play the guitar. I come up with something different. And it's weird. It's wild and weird.
My niece basically wanted to learn how to play guitar, so I put one in her hands, and just seeing my niece and my nephews kind of start to admire the music and admire me for having learned how to play and wanting me to teach them, brought me out of that super dark place that I couldn't find any other way out of. And literally, like I said, music saved my life, because if I hadn't gone back to playing music, I don't know that I'd be here anymore. It's something that enriches my life. I find music can make or break people sometimes, and it made me. So I always encourage people to get into playing music, and as just an outlet for everything. For like, you write music and you put things about your life on paper, and put it to an instrument, and then put it all together and play it out in front of people, and getting that positive response from people about music that you've created that's about your life. It's the best outlet that I've ever had for all my anxieties and all my trepidations about life. So.
And when it comes to playing the guitar, I started learning 3 years ago. I've tried several times in my life, and it just shows where the person I am today, because I'm able to sit down and learn and play. Because I tried in 2nd grade, and that didn't work. It hurt my fingers. It hurt my fingers, so I started playing the flute. I played the flute for like 8 years, and then I wanted to party all the time, and I've always struggled with depression and anxiety. I have some major anxiety, but I'm telling you, when I pick up that guitar or play a song, that's what music's about.
When I experienced it on the drums the first time, it was an inner peace experience. Just hearing the sound of the drums and the pedal that you use just made a spiritual recovery for me. It's just really so cool, and it's like mellowed me out really, really quickly, and it puts me in my own little space where I feel like I belong.
Down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. It'll do the rest. You can even put your foot down a little bit. The first impression. See, where's it comfortable? Okay. Where do you hear it hitting the best? Okay. So go. Count with me. Hit it with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you guys know that you can tune a drum set to a piano? You can tune a drum set to notes. There are some professional drummers that actually tune all their kit. When they tune it to notes on a piano. Nice. They can tune. What note is that?
Music makes me whole. It makes me a whole person. I don't know. I don't even know where I'd be today if it weren't for music. Seriously. I'd probably be dead.
I've always considered music kind of like a soundtrack to your life. You know what I mean? Because for those 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, 2 hours, however long you're in that zone, it's an escape from life, and it's an escape from just the issues, the drama, just everything that comes along with the obstacles of, being a good person. It takes something out of you that you really can't explain, and it's exhilaration, to as though you just feel free, totally free from everything, and it's just something you really can't explain. You have to live it, you got to really know how it feels to escape that and to feel that rush, whatever it is that you feel when you're escaping reality for the music. You know what I mean?
The only escape or outlet that I had growing up was music, records, and dancing. I was very introverted. I was always able to internalize things, but I had a problem with expressing music in an instrument because I didn't know how to use an instrument. So music allowed me to express myself, allowed me to come out of myself from being introverted and bringing it out in music. For me, music is about, it is the very heartbeat of life. I believe it's a rhythm that keeps us all alive.
But I do believe that music can save the world. I think people connect when they play music in a way that you can't connect otherwise. You can have the greatest, deepest conversation with somebody and connect with them on one level, but if you play a song with a person, or you play any type of music with somebody else, you connect on another level. It's just not possible to get through any other type of intellectual interaction. And I think that if more people played, more people would be happy, more people would be relaxed, and there wouldn't be so much conflict.
But I love music. It's my passion. And I get to do it at the job I'm at now, so I'm very lucky. But it just the way it heals people too amazes me too. When we go out and do our programs, it's just such a great wellness tool. And I grew up in music, so I grew up around being well, and taking some piano lessons when I was young prepared me to learn the chords, that the rest of the piano chords that I needed in order to be able to play almost any song thrown in front of me, to be able to jam with other musicians. It's just incredible. It's such a gift. It's such a great language. I almost think of it like being bilingual, knowing how to speak English and knowing how to speak the language of music. It's just an amazing, amazing, amazing gift, and it's a wellness tool and a wellness gift, as I would say, a gift that you get that helps keep you well.
Your program dovetails what I love to do here the most, which is to like infuse life into the place, bring out that joyful part of ourselves, and to free that up. So I love the activity. I love planning the activities for the center. I do some of that. I do a lot of that in my job. It's my favorite, probably one of my most favorite part of my jobs. And to have you guys here 4 times during the year was just a blessing, because the place would just rock. It would be so alive and happening, and just the camaraderie and just the spontaneity of it all, especially the spontaneity. Well, both the spontaneity and the camaraderie are just a blast, and just that never knowing what to expect. And we bump up easily 30% or more when you guys come from our numbers, regular numbers. Just pack it.
That's so cool.
And what I hope is when the people come in new, the word spreads and it sends more people out, and people coming back who came to the event.
As far as the program she's talking about, I think it was very educational to learn the different instruments and learn that the people that were performing were actually performing well. Not to say that I'm doing well, but I'm on the show sometimes. But it kind of gives us, like I said, an opportunity to hear what everybody has to say about it and listen to the songs and everything. And it's very educational, I think.
Gosh, that is the best thing that ever happened to Soul Haven. Musical Minds. People still talk about it. Just the togetherness of it. We got to be a community. It just brought a sense of community. Some of us that didn't even really know each other, we all came together. We all came together as one. Yes, we all came together as one. It was a beautiful bond. You guys have been here twice, and mean, the energy that it brings in, the random people that just come in the door, and it just, music draws people in, and it brings people together, and it brings a lot of love.
I just love it. I love it, and I love how it makes me feel. Makes me feel very much alive, and I just thank God for this program because it's making a difference, and I like that. Thanks.
I'm about to spaz on y'all, spaz. I'm about to spaz on y'all. Wanna see me fall on the strip of my hood. I'ma spaz on y'all. We got the spaz on y'all. We about to spaz on y'all. Astronaut. We about to spaz on y'all. Hey, that's the way it goes. Well, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Hey, California, yo, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Oh, that's the way it goes. OPF, that's the way it goes. Now every day you start by saying to you, good morning, heartache, what's new? Stop haunting me now.
Do your thing. Just picked that out. This man just picked us out now. That's wonderful.
With a fake nation in a pickup truck, but I knew I was out of love the day the music died. So bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove a Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die.
And what you're doing with your program really is spectacular at that, because it gets people to loosen up, feel a little bit freer, to stop beating on themselves and to express themselves. And I think you're onto something really big here. And I know you and Andy, Sabrina and Andy, can make this happen, because it's a real important program. And it, you know, talk therapy is okay. Meds, not so much. But being human, being able to connect with other people, being able to connect with art and expression, they're really powerful things.
Sun, go down on me now. the sun in everything. It's like the sun going down on me. But losing everything is like the sun going down. It's like the sun going down on me. You're so big hand, Frederick, on Get that backwards, I'm sorry. On the road of Frederick.
I'd like to thank everyone from Instruments of Healing to you, all our supporters who have supported us and continue to support us through our growth as an agency. And
we welcome anyone that wants to support people in their recovery through the use of musical healing and music in their recovery.
thanks for everything.
Thank you so much.